A very good afternoon. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Devendra Fadnavis. We have a whole lot lined up for you, including the Game of Thrones in the state of Maharashtra and the race to who is going to become the new Chief Minister of the state. It is Eknath Shinde who submitted his resignation to the governor, but the decision is yet to be taken as to who will be taking on that role. In the meantime, it is Eknath Shinde who will be playing the role of the caretaker Chief Minister while there is a deadlock that continues. And it's Amit Shah who will be playing that very key role in order to mediate that decision that's going to come about and that announcement that's awaited, with Eknath Shinde there, taking on that role of the caretaker Chief Minister after having resigned from the post of the Chief Minister. Will he become the Chief Minister all over again, or will it be Devendra Fadnavis? Those are the two top contenders. Devendra Fadnavis, to remember, served as the Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra between 2014 and 2019. It is the Shiv Sena that wants the Chief Minister's chair to stay with Eknath Shinde, while it is the BJP MLAs that are pushing for Devendra Fadnavis to be their top choice when it comes to the seat of power in the state of Maharashtra. It is Amit Shah who is likely to meet the Mahayuti leaders in order to take that decision. And we have my colleagues Radhika and Anuj joining us from Mumbai. Radhika, over to you first. It is Maharashtra's Chief Minister Eknath Shinde who has now resigned, appealed to his party workers to not to gather in Mumbai in large numbers to show their support to him. This comes amid growing pressure by the Shiv Sena to make Eknath Shinde the Chief Minister all over again.
That's right. A big development. Of course, Eknath Shinde has tendered his resignation, and it is as expected as the term of Maharashtra government ended today. But what is interesting is that it was just his resignation that's required. Effectively, the assembly gets dissolved, the cabinet gets dissolved after the Chief Minister resigns. But what is interesting is that both the Deputy Chief Ministers, of course, Devendra Fadnavis, now of course the former Deputy CM, Devendra Fadnavis as well as Ajit Pawar were also present when Chief Minister Eknath Shinde tendered that resignation, which effectively is a kind of messaging that they want to send across that Mahayuti is together, they are united, and there are no disputes as far as Chief Ministership post is concerned. Of course, Eknath Shinde will continue to be the caretaker Chief Minister until the time government is formed, and there is an immense delay in government formation. Tons of meetings took place in the last couple of days, but now Mahayuti has to sit together. Those were individual party meetings that took place, but now they have to sit together in most likelihood with Amit Shah to come up with a name for Chief Minister's post. Is it going to be Devendra Fadnavis, an effective administrator, an experienced leader, somebody who drove BJP to this kind of victory with 132 seats? Or is it going to be Eknath Shinde, face of Ladki Bahin scheme, and somebody who is also being credited for many of the development projects as well, and somebody with a lot of grassroots connections? So who is it going to be? That remains to be seen. BJP, as you pointed out, backing Devendra Fadnavis, and Sena are pushing for Eknath Shinde once again. But BJP in an advantageous position here because it has 132 numbers. So therefore it just has to take the support of just Ajit Pawar faction, and Shinde doesn't even need to be in that equation technically for BJP to form the government, for Mahayuti to form the government. So therefore Eknath Shinde doesn't have the kind of negotiation advantage at this point. But again, we'll have to really see how things will pan out. Is it going to be Fadnavis or Shinde, or will it be a surprise name? But for now, Shinde has tendered his resignation. Effectively, the current assembly has been dissolved, and he will continue to be caretaker Chief Minister until the time a new Chief Minister has been appointed.
Right, Anuj with us as well. Thank you so much, Radhika, for getting us those details. Of course, caretaker Chief Minister for the meantime, before that announcement comes about. Anuj, take us through the stark difference in leadership when it comes to Eknath Shinde's last term and Devendra Fadnavis, who was serving the Chief Minister between 2014 and 2019, and the role that they've played in the state elections of 2024, and also the role that Ajit Pawar has to play in, the naming and the announcement of who will be the next Chief Minister.
In 2019, when Devendra Fadnavis completed his term as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, he became the only second Chief Minister after Yashwantrao Chavan to have completed 5 years of term. It was an uninterrupted term because they had a majority in place along with the erstwhile United Shiv Sena. And of course, there were differences with Uddhav Thackeray's Sena even after the 2014 state assembly elections as well. But it was all managed very well by Devendra Fadnavis. Now, talking about his leadership style, he is looked at as an effective leader here from Maharashtra, right? He's got age on his side and he's got good relations with the Rashtriya Swayam Seva Sangh as well. He's one of those rare leaders which the BJP has, who has got good relations with Delhi and with Nagpur as well, and that becomes very crucial, especially after 2024 Lok Sabha elections. We saw Devendra Fadnavis played as a mediator, to strengthen or to improve the relationships between the BJP and the RSS. Now, he has been very effective with dealing with several problems, but his image kind of dipped down a little after a couple of instances that took place from 2014 to 2019, and one of those is the increasing rate of farmer suicide, and that led to Devendra Fadnavis's decreasing popularity, especially in the rural belt of the state. And secondly, we saw what happened on 1st of January 2018 in Bhima Koregaon. That also kind of hit or impacted his image of being an able home minister or an administrator. But overall, he's got a good record by his side. When you talk about Eknath Shinde, now Eknath Shinde, there were a lot of doubts on Eknath Shinde when he took over as the chief minister. He was, of course, not expected to be the chief minister, but when he took over, firstly, he is a Maratha face, right? And that helped the BJP and the entirety of the Mahayuti immensely. We see that Maratha reservation has been one of the topmost concerns of the government, and one person that has been on the radar of all the Maratha activists in this particular episode is Devendra Fadnavis. And in that case, to have Eknath Shinde as the leader and to have Eknath Shinde as someone to lead the face of the government becomes very crucial. We see that Eknath Shinde did that very effectively. He was in constant touch with Jarange Patil. He held several meetings with him, and many can credit him to have effectively handled the entire Maratha reservation issue. When we were going around, talking to people from different sections of population in Maharashtra before the 2024 state assembly election, we see that different sections had very favourable opinion of Eknath Shinde, and that necessarily wasn't the case with Devendra Fadnavis. Devendra Fadnavis does face a lot of criticism on different fronts, be it his handling of the home ministry in recent past. We've seen the crime rate, or there have been several instances where crime has become a pertinent issue in Maharashtra, and secondly, the entire caste dynamics also becomes a bit of problem. And at the same time, when you have someone like Eknath Shinde, who's a Maratha face, he's loved by the farmers, he's very popular in the deeper pockets of the state, and he's equally popular amongst the urban section as well. He comes from Thane, and even in Mumbai, he's got good hold. So that really helped the Mahayuti strengthen their campaigning before the 2024 state assembly election. And it was under his name that most of the schemes were popularized, be it Maji Ladki Bahin Yojana, be it the River Connection Yojana, or be it many other policies of the government as well. So the Mahayuti, as of now, has been able to put forth a united face, and even today, as we saw Radhika speaking earlier, that all the three top ministers were present here, although it was only the resignation of chief minister that was required, but it was a united face that was put forth by the two deputy chief ministers and the chief minister. But how much of this this unity will stay in the next 24 to 48 hours will become crucial to say, because we're seeing that there are several forces in Shiv Sena which are pushing hard for Eknath Shinde to be the chief minister. Of course, not openly, because they know that numbers is with the BJP, right? And even the overall narrative is with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Even someone like Ajit Pawar will be in a better position if Devendra Fadnavis becomes the chief minister as compared to Eknath Shinde, given that his regional party will not become a tertiary party in this particular alliance. But then at the same time, we are seeing that the caste issue is again being cropped up. We are seeing that there are several leaders who are pushing the fact that Eknath Shinde is a Maratha leader. He handled the Maratha reservation issue very aptly, and that does mean that his increased or his extended tenure would be helpful. More importantly, we have BMC elections coming up in the next 3 or 4 months, close to February or March, and that is the period when Shiv Sena's role will become very important, right? Because if there is any sort of chance of resurrection for Sena UBT to happen in Maharashtra, or especially in Mumbai, it has to be Mumbai elections. Of course, that will not be the only barometer that the Mahayuti will be looking at. They'll be looking at several other things as well. But that does become a very important issue. Civic body elections haven't happened for the longest time, right? Panchayat elections will take place. So yeah, there are several important levels of elections and executive procedures that the Mahayuti will have to keep in mind while naming their next chief minister, which in all likeliness would be Devendra Fadnavis as of now.